what's going on, Lawn Care Nation and Mo Nation? Man, I am telling you what, it is hot. See, we hit the feel-like temperature. You know, they've got these feel-like temperatures now. So the feel-like temperature for yesterday, 113 degrees is what we topped out in our town. The town over, I think, was like 110, so around in there. It's kind of funky how they're different each town. So, but we hit 113 is what we topped out at, and somebody just got blue lighted, made a boo-boo. So, but topped out yesterday at 113. Today, I think the heat index hit like 104, 105. Wasn't quite as bad as it was yesterday, but it was still just bloody hot. So, but anyway, it's about 7:40. Wrapping it up. I'm by myself now. I had my worker with me this morning, and then I had to go to the dentist at 3 o'clock. So we had to stop what we were doing and for me to go to the dentist. And instead of having him being there, not knowing how long we were going to be working, we just he had hit the 8-hour mark anyway at 3 o'clock. So paid him for 8 hours. He went on home. I told him once I got finished at the dentist, I would wrap that up, and then I would just, you know, come back out and finish up what we had left. So I went back out, knocked out the rest of the condos in one other location, got it all squared away, ready to go. I want to make a quick video and tell you guys, so you want to start a lawn care business, you want to be a business owner, and this doesn't just necessarily apply, like I said, to lawn care. I mean, it could apply to any kind of business, anything that you're going to get involved with that involves you being the business owner. I guess the first thing to begin is you're going to work harder as a business owner than you ever did as an employee. A lot of people complain about that, you know, they work really hard, and the business owner, he does nothing, you know, and you don't see the inner workings of what the owner of that business does. You know, and I've had employees, and, you know, we've all gone through them. We all know this industry in itself is actually pretty tough to keep employees. My biggest issue that I have is the guys that are wanting a job have never really had experience in this, and the guys that do have experience generally are already working for somebody, and, you know, they're not looking to change. You know, they're happy where they're at. I've had a couple guys that had experience. One, he was just driving too far. He done good, he worked very well for me, and the distance just wasn't working out for me. It was just too far to drive for work, which was totally understandable. He let me know. I've had some guys just quit. You know, they just quit. This ain't for them, so they just quit. It is what it is, and we all deal with it. It's part of it. Been through it, and I've heard a lot of people say, well, you don't know how to run a business if you can't keep employees, and I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. You can't make people work. You can pay them more money, you can give them more benefits, but if they don't want to work, they're just not going to work. So that's not going to matter how much you pay them. So I've had guys that I've treated exceptionally well. Don't force them. You know, they got something going on. I don't force them to come in if they've got something going on with family. They need the day off. As long as they let me know ahead of time, I'm like, yeah, take the day off, man. I'll take care of it. It happens. People got a life outside of work, and a lot of business owners don't understand that. If there's a family emergency or whatnot, you want to make sure that those guys get to their family. So that's one thing you'll never see me do, is not allow a guy go be with his family if he's got something going on. That's just not right. But so back to it, we're getting kind of off topic. We're starting to ramble a little bit. So, you know, you want to be a business owner, and you think that it's easy. You think being a lawn care business owner is easy. Owning a lawn care business is easy. It's not easy. It's not an easy job to have, to own a lawn care business or a lawn maintenance or a landscaping business. We do both here. We do landscaping and lawn maintenance. So, but it's not easy. It is not easy at all. When you go home at night, if you're getting ready to start your business, remember, when you go home at night and you're finished mowing yards, your day is not done. You're not finished. You're not just going to go home, park the truck, and go in. You're not done. You're going to go inside. You're going to do some paperwork. You know, whether it be billing, paying bills, setting up to the next day's route. Whether it, you know, there's so many different things that you could be doing. Cold calling customers, contacting other customers, anything like that. You know, it's just there's always something to do. I hear a lot of guys, they say, well, you know, we worked Monday through Thursday. We were done by Thursday afternoon. we took Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. All right, yeah, the employees took Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, but I guarantee you at some point in time on that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the business owner is doing something. You know, he may be returning calls to customers. He may be lining up schedules. You know, there's always something to do. Remember that. You're not just sitting idle. You're not sitting idle. When you're sick, there's times when you're sick, you're going to have to understand that you're going to have to work. You're going to have to work sick. You're going to have to work hurt. I mean, it's just, that's part of it. I've dealt with it. We've all dealt with it. I've had a lot of times where, you know, I've gone to work and I've been just sick as a dog and barely can stand up. But I knew I had to get out there and get the job done. All right. A lot of people are going to say, well, you should, you know, spread your schedule out enough that you could take time off. Man, when you're growing a business, there's a lot of times where you've got workers, you've got employees, and you get those guys on here, and they're all about it. They're ready to rock and roll. You take on the extra work, you guys are getting off at 4 o'clock every day. It works out great. Boom, he doesn't show up to work the next day, and you're by yourself. You know, you got that guy to cut your time in half. So you cut your time in half. Well, now you're not cutting half anymore. Now, instead of being off at 4 o'clock, you're working till 9, 10 o'clock. You know, it's easy to do. So you got to be really careful not to stretch yourself so thin that you literally overwork yourself. And I'll be the first to say, I'm guilty of that. I've been so guilty of that so many times that, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, we've got the manpower, we can do it. And then a couple weeks in, the guy, one of our guys quit, and you know, you're trying to fill the position and you're trying to train people. Getting guys to come to work for you may not be the hard part. It's keeping them might be the hard part. They've never done this before. They don't know how hot it really gets. You know, how hard the work really is, how much you're having to walk. For example, we'll do today alone. This is just today. Let me look on my watch here. Just today alone, I've walked 16.18 miles. 16.18 miles. That's how many miles I have walked today. That's weed eating, edging, blowing. Of course, you know, it probably counts a little bit of walking when you're standing still, you know, walking in a store, you know. Just from the time I got up this morning to right now, I've walked 16.18 miles. That's a lot of walking in one day. You don't realize it when you're working how much you're actually doing, but you're doing a ton of work. And your body is, you're getting tired and you don't know it. You get late in the day, you know, it's 7:45 right now. You know, it's getting late. I feel pretty good. But I guarantee you, I get home, I get everything finished, and I get my shower, and I sit down. I bet you I'll get tired. No doubt about it. I guarantee you I'm going to get tired. So, you know, you guys want to start a business, and you think that it's easier. No, it don't get any easier. There's always something to do. There's always a little bit of stress. I mean, and it is stressful. It's hard to take vacation in the summertime. And, of course, as you grow and you get larger, you know, those things probably get a little easier. But I guarantee you, you're still going to be working every day on something. You're always working. You know, another thing that you got to take into consideration when you start your business, what kind of properties are you looking to take on? Are you looking to take on smaller properties? Are you looking to take on larger properties? You looking to do year-round contracts? You looking for just bi-weekly services? That's only something that you can answer. And from my experience, when I got into this, I wanted those nice properties. I wanted those fancy properties. I wanted those built more estates of properties. You know, that's what I was looking for. I was like, I'm going to jump in this and I'm going to get the nicest. Give it time, they'll come, but you're not going to get them right away. You're not going to get those nice properties right away. We all still got those just trashy properties that you go. You park your truck around behind the back so nobody sees you when you drive by. I mean, you get them. And that's why I used to be, I'd be like, man, I don't want nobody seeing me at this place, you know, cutting grass. But I'm going to tell you right now, I pull right up front. I'm like, heck, let's mow it. Let's make that money. It don't matter what the property is. I don't care if it's a weedy yard that's just cut it every week and, you know, they don't have any landscaping. Just come in, cut the yard. They're happy. They're paying you just like that really nice property. And I guarantee you're making just as much money off that property. You may be making more. You never know. You may make more money. And from my experience, don't take this the wrong way, but the customers that I have that I guess you'd say it doesn't look like they've got much. We've got those kind of, they are the first ones to pay you every month. They get you paid as soon as possible. The ones that, you know, you think, well, they tell you, well, we can't afford much. This is all we got, that's all we can afford. And they're gonna be the first ones to pay you, it seems like. The higher end properties, a lot of times, are a little bit more difficult to get paid from. And, you know, that's not saying anything bad about either one of them, but it's the truth. They're just a little harder to get paid from sometimes. You gotta learn to separate yourself from your business too when it comes to your money. Make sure you got a business account. You're keeping that separated from your personal account. Pay yourself a check every week. Pay yourself. Matter of fact, that should be the first thing you do, is pay yourself. Once you get yourself paid, now what you pay yourself is totally up to you, you know, whatever you want to pay yourself. After you pay yourself, then that business account, that's for business and business only. Don't be dipping in your business account to go over here to the restaurant over here to, you're gonna swing by the little restaurant over here to eat your lunch or whatever. Well, that's business expense. We'll say that's business. You see a new pair of shoes at the mall. There we go. Let's go with that. You see a new pair of shoes at the mall, and you're like, man, I gotta have these kicks. These things are nice. This is what I want. Don't be dipping in a business account for that. Leave it there, because trust me, something's gonna happen. You're gonna need it. Something's gonna go down. You're gonna have a mower break. You're gonna have a weed eater go down. You have a blower go down. You have a blowout. Tire goes. You're gonna need brakes on your trailer. Brakes on your truck. I mean, so many different things can happen that you're gonna need that money. So make sure you're separating your bank accounts, your personal account from your business account. Go ahead and, you know, and I hear a lot of people, you need to get an LLC, you need to get licensed and insurance right away. You definitely need to get general liability insurance immediately. I mean, I don't know how to stress that any other way. Something was to happen, you break something, hurt somebody, I mean, you're gonna need that. So that's an added expense that you're gonna add on. And there's numerous things, I'm sure, that you know, I'm probably not mentioning in this video, that there's some other guys out there that you can check out that probably mention more. These are just kind of the key little things, and just get when you start. Make sure you separate your business, your money on your business and personal. Make sure you get general liability insurance out of the gate. Make sure you know what you're looking for when you start your business, what your niche is going to be. Don't try to find 500 different things and say this is what we're going to do. Select one and get proficient at it. Get good at that one thing, and be proficient at that. Once you master that, then move on to adding another thing, you know, whether it be irrigation and lighting, landscaping, you know, master one at a time. And once you master that, then move on to something else, and be prepared to struggle a little bit. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, when I started this business, and you know, I threw down my keys to the company I was working for. I said, I'm done with it, and gave it up and come home. And I said, I'm going back to mowing grass for a living. And my wife thought I was crazy. And, you know, that first year, you know, it was tough. You know, in 3 years, we went from, you know, nothing. When I started my business, I had nothing. And when I mean nothing, that's what I mean. I had nothing when I started my business. To 3 or 4 years down the road that, you know, it's a 6-figure business. You know, we grow 6 figures every year. And that's not from just sitting on the couch and deciding, well, I don't feel like going to mow today. I don't feel like doing this today. I'm going to take the day off because I'm the business owner. I make the decisions. I'm sorry. As a business owner, you do not make your schedule. Your schedule pretty much makes you. And it's tough. It's tough, guys, especially those first few years. And I hear a lot of guys who have been in the industry a long time that have told me it gets easier. And I'm going to be honest with you, I hope it does. Because it's a struggle for me. I struggle just as much as a lot of you guys. There's a lot of you guys that watch my channel that, you know, think that we don't struggle. I'm going to tell you right now, we go through it. I mean, we go through the struggles. I mean, we go through the days of going, you know, I'm done with this. I'm just going to throw it down. I quit. I'm tired of it. I'm burnt out. It's part of it. I get burned out. I mean, I do. I get burned out. That means it's August. 113 degrees yesterday. Of course we get burned out and get tired of it and just want to throw it all away and say forget it. But there's just something just kicks that light back on for us, and boom, we're ready to rock and roll again. So anyway, the video's starting to get a little bit longer. I think we're a little over 15 minutes already, so I'll stop right there. And you guys got some other questions I didn't mention in this video, leave a comment down below. I try to get to everybody's comments. I try to read them all. If I read them and it's not really much of a question, a lot of times I'll just give you a thank you, a thumbs up, a heart. I appreciate it. If you got questions, leave them down below. I'll answer as many as I can. I try to answer them as much as I can. I mean, I still got videos from over a year ago. People ask questions, and I still try to answer the questions to those videos. I may not get to them all. A lot of times, for some reason, my phone will only give me alerts for some, but not for other videos. I guess over time, it quits alerting you to it. So anyway, make sure you like, subscribe. Leave us a comment down below if there's anything else I can help you guys with. And it's getting dark. Let's go to the house, and everybody have a good night.